Hi everyone, and welcome to another video of the SAFI webinar series. In this video, we're going to visit the command rotate, copy, and extrude. Without further ado, let's start our demo. We can find the command rotate, copy, and extrude on the addition toolbar. This command simply rotates the selected objects or copies them a certain number of times with regular angular spacing. Let's create a member here. So, to rotate any element of the model, we need to select the elements first by using the Select by Window command. To perform the rotation of the selected elements, we need to specify the center of rotation. So, we can specify the coordinates of the center directly in this field, or we can click on this button, then we click on a specific position to retrieve the coordinates of the center of rotation. The next step is to select the axes of rotation. In this example, we are on the plane X, Z. We can select the axes of rotation as the Y-axes. The last step is to select the angle of rotation. For example, 45 degrees, and we see this member rotate around the axes Y and the specified center of rotation. Now if we want to reverse this rotation, we can specify a negative angle. We can detach the selected element from the structure after rotating them. For example, if I create a few other elements and this time I will rotate only this member. If I specify an angle of rotation of 45 and I click rotate, if I don't check this box, we can see that all the members will stay attached to the rotated joints. Let's reverse it. Now if we check this box and we click on rotate, so in this case we can see that only this member was rotated. Another parameter that is available in the rotate, copy, and extrude command is rotate section. Let's do another example here. I'm going to create a member here and I will assign a section to it. Let's change the view here. We're going to switch to the front view. If we edit the attributes of this member, we can see that the section rotation angle, or the beta angle, is set to 0 in this case. If we do a rotation of this member around, let's say, the axis Z, I'm going to specify the axis Z and I'm going to do a rotation of 30 degrees. If I uncheck this box and I do the rotation, we can see that the section angle is still the same. If I edit the member attributes, the section rotation angle is still set to 0. Now let's reverse this rotation. I'm going to set the angle to minus 30 degrees and then I rotate this back here. Now if we activate the option rotate section and we do the rotation again, what's happened here is that the section will now rotate with the same angle that the member is rotated. For each of the member attributes, we can see that the beta angle is set to minus 30 degrees. The second operation that we can do using the rotate, copy, and extrude command is the operation copy. The operation copy creates a copy of the selected elements in the rotation. We need to specify the number of copies. And, similar to the rotate operation, we also have to have a center of rotation and have an axis of rotation. In this case, if I want to create 2 copies of this member, I need to specify the number of copies to 2, and I click on copy. Then we have 2 copies of the selected member. 2 additional parameters are available, which includes copy loads and copy attributes. In this case, if we already edited the member attribute and assign it loads, when we do the copy and these options are checked, the software will copy these parameters as well. The last operation is extrusion. Let's go back to this plane again. and I'm going to select to create a member here. In this case, let's change the axis of rotation to the axis Y, and I'm going to select the center of rotation here. Then we can select the member that we want to rotate. We then select the operation Extrude. We can keep the angle to 30 and the number of copies to 2. We then click Copy. So in this case, what happened is we created 2 copies of the original member. Also, we created members between the original joints and the copy joint. These members, they will not have any attributes or loads, so the user needs to edit them manually. We can use the command rotate, copy, or extrude to easily create members that are curved or structures that have an axis of rotation. For example, if I want to create a member that is an arc of a circle, I can simply create a joint and then I will specify a center of rotation. Let's say the center of rotation is here. Then I use the extrude operation and then select the number of copies. For example, 9 copies. And the angle will be 10 degrees. Then we select the joint that we want to extrude. We then click Extrude. So you can see we easily created this arc of the circle, which is a quarter of a circle. Another use case of this command is when we have a symmetrical structure around an axis. Let's say we want to create a 4-sided tower. We simply create one column of the tower. I'm going to change the view to an isometric view. So I created one joint here. Then I will select this joint and I use the other command, move, copy, and extrude. I'm going to extrude this joint in the Y direction with a displacement in Y of 1 meter. I will add a number of copies equal to 15 and I click Extrude. So we have created the members of the first leg of this tower. Then I will select this leg and then use the command rotate, copy, and extrude. In this case, I can extrude the joint or I can simply specify a copy. If I specify extrude, I need to specify the angle. In this case, we have a 4-sided tower, so the angle will be 90 degrees and the number of copies will be 3 copies. The only thing is, we need a center of rotation. For example, if we specify this position as the center of rotation, then we click on Extrude. So now we have the 4 legs of this tower. And we also have some horizontal members. But if we can see here in this face, we don't have any horizontal members. We can still use this command to copy members from one face to another. So if I change the view to the top view, I can select the members in this face. Then we select the operation copy and I'm going to specify the number of copies to 1, and then I will do a rotation around the axis Y, and now you can see that I created very quickly the legs of this tower as well as the horizontal members using the rotate, copy, and extrude command. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and catch you in another one of our webinar series videos.